On this episode, I asked Josh the questions.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Hashtag Celebrate Columbus show. My name is Josh Burnett, and as you can see, we've got a special guest with us today. I've been trying to convince this girl to come on the show from the very beginning. She's been ducking me, but finally she has agreed to be on the show, and I really appreciate that. For a couple people maybe that don't know who you are, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to Columbus and tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm Katie Burnett, Josh's wife, and I grew up in Columbus and graduated from East High School, and I currently stay home with our two boys, Will and Ryan. And I just want to thank you all for watching the Celebrate Columbus show and for supporting us so far.
Yeah, it's been really just an awesome journey with you all, and it's because of you that we're here today. As many of you know, Katie's gone through a lot of different health issues. Right now she even has an Ensure because she's having trouble right now eating solid food. She's been going through some Crohn's flares as well as a lot of kidney stone issues. So please continue to pray for her, and we really appreciate your support. As Katie said, she's going to be asking the questions, so let's get into the show.
So Josh, what's been going on lately?
A lot, as you know. There's been so much going on since 2017 started in January. I mean, as you know, we went to Washington, D.C. We got the great privilege of going there and recording a documentary, which we just finished for The Sound of North, and I can't wait for you all to see it. I know the people that we got to work with are very excited to show that to all of you, Columbus. It's going to be a really cool couple of months when we start to roll that out and have some different events for you to come and watch that. Then after that, literally only because of you, I got voted as the CYP Next Gen Leader of the Year, and that was so surprising. And again, just thank you so much. It's crazy to think that, over a year ago, we moved back to Columbus and nobody really knew that we were here. And then we started the show and people just got behind it. And again, it's literally only because of you that I won that award. Thank you. We've been working at the Ridge. I've been the communications director there for about a year. I've been doing that as well as some real estate as well. I'm wearing my real estate shirt today. Shout out to Wade Myers and Hoosier Brokers. That's been something I've been doing on the side. And so if you see those, like, what in the world's going on? Josh does a lot of things. I have to do a lot of things. Just to support my family. Katie's been staying at home, and I just do whatever it takes to take care of them. So that's what's been going on lately. But as you know, there are some things that we're going to share today because there's some changes. So let's go to the next question.
What is the mission of the Celebrate Columbus show?
That's a great question. It's something that I really want to reiterate, and every time that somebody asks me that, I think that they have an idea of what it is, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. The Hashtag Celebrate Columbus show, the mission is we want to celebrate the city, we want to connect people to local businesses, and we want to contribute to nonprofits serving our area. And so what that means is, we're going to celebrate the city, and we're going to talk to public officials, to police officers, to hopefully firemen and women, like people that serve our city. That represents the public sector. And then we're going to connect you to local businesses. That's the private sector. And I love small businesses. And so we're going to interview people a lot of time that are small business owners. But then finally, we want to help contribute to nonprofits. And so for those of you who maybe aren't familiar, there's something called the Columbus Way. And the Columbus Way is where the public, private, and social sectors work together to accomplish good. And, we've tried to do that in many different ways. My uncle John Burnett and Jack Hess, when I went to a talent conference I think it was November, at the Commons, and that really just spoke to me, and that helped me really narrow in on what the focus is of the show. And so we just want to be an extension of what Columbus has already been doing for a long time, and we want to promote the Columbus way. And maybe you've noticed that we've been doing some live streaming lately. We did that when we were in Washington, D.C., as well as some things with the state of the city, and sadly, when Jackie Watts was missing, and then when we found out that she'd passed away. And I just want to address that really quickly, because there were a couple people that said some things that really just hurt me and bothered me, and I wanted to address that because I have a feeling if we met face to face, you wouldn't think the same thing that some people said. So when I found out that Jackie Watts was missing, which she actually went to our high school, and we have some relationships that very close with her. I didn't personally know her well, but I had several people reach out to me on Friday, late afternoon into the evening, saying, "Josh, will you please do something about this? Will you make a video?" There's no one locally who is making a video to let people know that she's missing. And so we said, of course, anything we can do to help. And so, we went to the police station and we recorded a video, and, several people shared that. And the reason too that we did that is because there was a lot of unreliable information about the case that, I don't think it was necessarily one in particular group that was saying it. It was just, there was a lot of stuff going on, and we wanted to say, here's the truth and here's how you can help. And then after that, we were actually asked by the mayor in his office to live stream press conferences. And I hope that you know this about me. I really want to support our city, and that means our city officials. It really doesn't matter which administration, because I submit and respect authority. And I just have so much respect for the men and women who serve our city. And so when they ask me to do something, I say, yes. And so we did that, and we did all of that stuff for free. And a couple people were saying, you're trying to profit off of a person's death. And that really pissed me off, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. And I think that anyone that knows me knows that that's not how I am, and I just wanted to help and try to get the word out and reliable information so that it would help the situation. So I hope that's okay, that I just wanted to really just address that quickly, move on, because I hope that no one gets killed or has a situation like that again. But if it does happen, I want to be a part of the solution to help. But hopefully we get to live stream a lot more positive things.
Are you looking to host an event for your family or team? Do you want an awesome, fun experience for your guests? Do you want to throw a party doing something unique and creative? If so, Tri-State Artisans has flexible event options. Our events are perfect for private holiday parties. They're perfect for team building and to get your group energized. Simply pick your favorite painting, then schedule the date and time that works best for you. If you're ready to start your event, call 812-528-5748 or visit tsartisans.com.
So what's next for you?
As you're asking a question that we've been praying about and talking about for a long time. And I've been working at the Ridge for the last year as their communications director, as well as doing all these other things. And, it's just all over the place all the time. And so something that we've been talking about is how can we narrow that focus? And so thankfully there's been some opportunities with through this show that people have seen how we've used social media, that they have hired us to help them with their social media. They're not doing shows like we are, but we've learned a lot. I've been doing social media for, churches and businesses and for myself for about 6 years now. And not not really at the scale that we are now, but it's really helped me gain some experience. And so those people have reached out, and we've prayed about it, we've talked about it, we've gotten advice from other people, and we just believe that it is the time right now to go all in on this, to do the Celebrate Columbus show. Thanks to the sponsors who help make this show possible. We get paid a little bit, not a lot at all, but that's enough to pay our videographer Dustin, as well as sponsor the post so that people can see it and we can keep it a free show. But the way that I'm going to be supporting our family is through the show, through social media management, and then doing some real estate as well. And so that's what's next for us. We're still going to be going to the Ridge. We're still going to be doing a lot of the same things. And for friends and family, you're probably not going to see much of a change. But just in case for you watching the show, you might see some things about real estate, or you might see some things about live streaming or social media management. And that's why I hope that's okay with you. But I just wanted to let you know that, because this is our page that we've been able to build up because of you, and we want to be able to leverage that for different things, to tell stories, to help people sell homes if necessary. And I just hope that you'll be okay with that and continue to watch these free shows that we put out each and every week. So I just wanted you to hear it from me, what's next for us, and thank you so much for supporting us.
How can we as a community support you?
I really appreciate that question. For those of you who watch the show, you know that that's usually the last question that we ask the guests, because the whole point of the show is to support and to build community here in Columbus. So for me, I think the really huge thing would just be to keep watching, to keep liking and sharing. I know that sounds kind of silly or funny, but it's because of you that people watch the show. The nature of social media is that, if you wouldn't like it or share it or comment, other people wouldn't see it. And so it'd be great if you continue to watch and like and share and participate. Another thing is, if you're looking for social media management, if you would like for us to help your business or organization, we'd love to help. The three things that we're focusing on is social media management and strategy. And then as well as video production and live streaming. And so, we've been able to partner with great people like Dustin from Redbridge Media for video production and for live streaming. And we're really excited about the opportunity that we have to continue to serve the Columbus area. And then finally, I think the thing that would really mean a lot to me is if we could start not just the show, but if you could send me messages. And I really appreciate all of you that send messages. There's so many people that send messages, and it's really hard for me with the current job to respond to all of them, but hopefully I'll be able to do that more now. Is if you would nominate people to be on the show. For one, if you maybe like in the newspaper, there's orchids. If you want to celebrate someone in the community, send me a message, say, hey Josh, I want to celebrate Katie because of this, or whoever it is. We want to celebrate people, places, businesses, nonprofits in the community. So if you could let us know of some things that are going on, this would make it even more about our community and less about us. We would get more people to be involved with the show. So that'd be a great thing. And then finally, we haven't got to the question of the day, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. The question of the day, we do this question of the day where the guests get to ask any question that they want to Columbus. And so this would be the last way that you could support us, and it would be, who would you like to see on the Celebrate Columbus show? We've got several guests lined up for the next couple months. We're trying to work very far in advance so that we could support the businesses or the events that are going on in the community. But who would you like to see on the Celebrate Columbus show? If you would comment about that just in the comment sections, put their name or their business or organization, whatever it is, that would be a huge help. Hey, I want to thank you so much for watching this special edition of the Hashtag Celebrate Columbus show. We just wanted you to hear this straight from us about what's next and kind of what's going on with our family. We really appreciate you watching the show, and I appreciate you being the guest / question asker. So I can't wait for the next show. You keep asking questions, and we'll keep celebrating Columbus together.